Welcome back to Unmasked, the podcast that uncovers the thoughts, feelings, and voices of the BU community. I'm Lazowski.
And I'm Veronica Thompson. Every week, we go out and ask our peers a random, intriguing question and allow them to share their thoughts anonymously.
Our goal is to illuminate the wide variety of personalities and experiences within the student body. Thank you for joining us today.
Now let's turn it over to our field reporting segment and see what people had to say for this week's question.
I'm Lazowski.
And I'm Veronica Thompson.
And we're back at GSU today asking students a specific question.
We're asking, what is your pet peeve?
What's your pet peeve?
My pet peeve is when Boston University students walk slow on Commonwealth Avenue.
What's your pet peeve?
Dirty feet. I just think they're really unhygienic and not pretty to look at.
Smelly, right?
Yeah.
My pet peeve is people that are disrespectful to teachers.
My pet peeve is when you hold the door open for someone and they don't say thank you, or they just walk past super rudely.
My pet peeve is when people are inconsiderate on the sidewalk and don't realize how much space they actually take up. That's horrible. It's horrible.
What's your pet peeve?
When people wash the dishes and then leave them on the drying rack for multiple days and don't put them away.
My pet peeve is whenever I'm filling up my water bottle at the water bottle station and then it overflows and then I move it out and then the water starts to overflow on the tray and then it makes a mess and then you have to go grab a wet sign, you know?
What's your pet peeve?
Excessive amounts of PDA.
You guys going?
Yeah, I'll go second. So it's when somebody finishes washing their hand without drying their hands and touch the doorknob. Yeah, it's kind of just.
When guys don't put the toilet seat back down.
When the person in line behind me gets super close and it's basically just touching me. I really don't like that.
So should I start speaking?
No, just
my pet peeve is when people
act normal. That's the thing.
People stop in the middle of Costco. Am I supposed to keep talking right now?
You don't have to. You said your mother stepped over someone's toe.
No. So this lady stopped in the middle of the aisle in Costco, and my mom ran over her toe with a shopping cart. And my mom was like, "I'm sorry." And then the lady said, "You're not sorry. Apologize again."
Why did the lady sound like the Hulk?
Probably because she got her toe ran over.
What are your pet peeves or pet peeve?
when there's a big lecture hall and I'm in one row with no one else sitting in the other rows, and when someone comes in and sits right next to me, knowing there's other seats in the classroom, I hate that.
You know, when you go to class and then people ask questions that are very clearly written in the syllabus and then they still ask them out loud and expect an answer every single time, that's my pet peeve. There we go.
Valid.
What's your pet peeve?
People who bite forks with their teeth.
Mine is when people move your stuff from the designated place.
Is it a specific thing?
Yeah, kind of what if I have my thermo here and then you move it, it's just it's not your thermo, don't.
When you're away from there, they move your stuff.
Yeah. It's just what?
That's disrespectful.
My pet peeve is when people don't know how to flush the toilets around school. We're not in elementary school, y'all. Do better.
That's a good one.
I hate loud chores. It kind of hurts my brain. I can't focus on anything else, and it takes away from the experience of me actually eating. So please minimize your sound when eating. Thank you.
Hey, got that PSA.
What's your pet peeve?
People who walk slowly. It really just I don't know. It ruins my. I think I'm a generally pretty calm and laid back person, but when somebody just is not moving quickly enough, something psychologically just breaks. I'm just please. I try to walk around them too, and sometimes there's not enough space. It's I don't know. I think it affects my mood more than I should let it. But yeah. My biggest pet peeve is probably going to like the Mughal library in the silence zone and then hearing a conversation from across the room.
What's your pet peeve?
When my friend cracks his knuckles obnoxiously loud in class.
Horrible. It's not that obnoxious. Going? Nothing?
Okay, so I really don't like when people say this like super normal word. It just like annoys me for some reason. I don't want to say the word. It's compartment. I hate that word. It's my least favorite word, but everyone says it all the time. So yeah, I guess that's my pet peeve.
Is there something about the word?
It's just the way that it sounds. Like I don't know. It's kind of weird. I just don't like the way it sounds.
I hate when girls dye their hair a different color every single week.
Is there a specific color?
No, just I think that they should be happy with their natural God-given hair color.
My biggest pet peeve is when people bring a metal or reusable straw to Starbucks or another coffee place and put it in a plastic cup. And it really bothers me because you're using a plastic cup, which is so much plastic, and a reusable straw like doesn't do anything. I get the whole save the turtles thing, but straws make up like 0.3% of plastic in the oceans. If you want to save the turtles, like stop using plastic cups, make coffee at home. Thank you.
I'd say my pet peeve has got to be when people refuse to move in on the bus or on the T, and they kind of just stand right in front of the doors. They're like, you guys got to move in so I can get in, or other people can get in, and now you're just blocking it, and then it makes it impossible for people to get out, and it just adds extra time to everyone's commute.
My biggest pet peeve is a lot of people ask for pictures and autographs from me because I'm a celebrity in Pakistan. Okay. So it's really
Can I get one?
Sure.
So we're debriefing after asking students at GSU what their pet peeves were, and we're going to ask ourselves the same question. Ronnie, what are your pet peeves?
One pet peeve I can think of off the top of my head is when people have very surface level conversations. Like a lot of times in college, people will ask what other people's majors are, but they won't really ask them what their hobbies are or who they are outside of their major, and not everybody's major defines them. And so those kinds of questions can be very limiting to really getting to know somebody deeply.
Something that annoys me or is a pet peeve of mine is when I'm walking down the street or in a general area and I see people or students in general on campus on their phones. They're looking down at their phones rather than looking up at the nature that's surrounding them when they're walking and all the faces that are passing them. There are so many people and so many things that you could see if you just look up once in a while. So that's just a little pet peeve of mine. Another pet peeve of mine is when you are in a conversation with somebody else, it should be commonplace for them to at least give almost their full attention. Sometimes you have people, looking from one place to another, talking to other people, thinking about other things. And, when you don't have conversations of full attention, you can't get your point across as well. So I think it's important that we all give ourselves proper attention so we can really communicate effectively.
Another pet peeve of mine is when people express opinions and then other people argue with them as if they're talking about facts and not opinions, rather than just respecting that people could have different preferences. Yeah.
That's it from us today. We'll see you next time. Ciao.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Unmasked, presented by Boston University's independent student newspaper, The Daily Free Press. Make sure to tune in every Wednesday.
You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. To hear previous episodes of Unmasked, visit dfpress.co/listen for our podcast archive.
Until we meet again,
goodbye. Being out of pocket is what the whole point of this podcast is.
There's bloopers at the end. We need to put in the trailer that there's bloopers at the end. I have another.
Ooh. Thanks. So we're debriefing after asking students at GSU what their pet peeves were. And we're going to ask ourselves the same exact question. Enjoy!